So here with Kierin Chase from Wizards of the Coast, of course, and you're here promoting Kaijudo.
Yep. We're bringing Kaijudo to the masses. Kaijudo is a brand new brand for Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. We have a television show that's been airing for about a month and a half now. It's on the Hub Network. We're really proud of it. The ratings have been strong. The response has been just amazing for it. And we have a new TCG that is being released on the 24th of July. We had some sneak preview Battle Deck product that came out last month. Response to that has been just ecstatic. Of course, Wizards of the Coast is one of the best trading card game manufacturers in the world, and we're very happy to be able to bring Kaijudo to the public.
So this Kaijudo has existed before in the form of Duel Masters, of course.
Yep. So Kaijudo is based on the TCG Duel Masters, which has been a top TCG in the Japanese market for the last 10 years. And I don't know if you know anything about the Japanese market, which is a little bit more fad-based. To have something that has lasted 10 years shows how strong the mechanic is. And what we felt when we brought it to the United States, and certainly the rest of the Western world, is that we needed to make sure it had its own voice, and it was a little bit different from everything else that we've been seeing, and that we built a story from the ground up that really was tailor-made to the Western audiences and spoke to the Western audiences. And then we used the mechanics that we knew were just rock solid and some of the best gameplay that we've ever had, and made sure that we had that game that went along with it.
Which came first, the TV show or the card, or was it a plan from the beginning, let's do both?
It was a plan from the beginning that we knew we wanted to bring Kaijudo as a trading card game into the rest of the world outside of Japan. And then we decided, well, how are we going to get that story out? Because story was so important to the brand. We needed to make sure that it had something that resonated with everybody. From there, we had a number of meetings and said, well, do we want to just take animation from Asia and bring it over and overdub it? Do we want to create a brand new story fresh? And we decided that it was much more important to hire some of the best talent in the industry, award-winning writers, Emmy-winning animators, people who worked on Clone Wars, people who worked on Boondocks, some of the best vocal talent in the industry, John DiMaggio, Phil Lamar, David Sobolov, and of course Scott Wolf. Just fantastic people. Bring them together to make an amazing piece of animation that's really something that could resonate with the audience, something that's a little different from what they've seen before. Our story takes place in the real world, and that dips into the creature realm, but it has stories and plots that are taken out of every day. For example, kids deal with bullying all the time, and we deal with bullying in episode 1. And of course, our little twist is, well, what happens when you get bullied and your best friend happens to be a 30-foot tall half dragon, half beast skin? You can't just go and have that guy knock the opponent's house down. So, getting back to your question, we actually decided that we had the TCG, and it was very important to build this story separately. So it was the TCG first.
Now, what were the people, and yourself included, doing, your various team members, before this? I mean, what was the product launch cycle sort of going back several months? And did you guys come from a Magic background where all of you guys were working on Magic projects before, or what was the story?
So we actually assembled a team from various people inside the industry. There were people who were brought outside of the company who have worked on kids games before. Personally, I've been at the company for 13 years, and I've been involved in all of the kids brands, including some of the really popular ones that Wizards of the Coast have worked on in the past. So the team has been assembled. Kaijudo itself has been worked on for about 2 years now. It was something that we took our time to make sure we had the best offerings. And that's not only just the animation, but making sure that the story was rock solid, making sure that it was being applied to the TCG in the best possible way. And then, of course, our website and games that go along with it. We have a free-to-play website that allows people to create their own avatars, to be able to build their own gauntlets, go on adventures and quests from the Duel Masters. And, of course, we have our free-to-play games, such as the Battle game. We have TCG Online, which is just like the TCG, only it's free-to-play actually on our website.
So that's a great place for players to get a feel for the game. I know that there have been several constructed decks that are already out. The main game comes out when?
The main, actually, we have another sneak preview release, which we call the Dojo Edition. It comes out on July 24th, and that's the actual first edition of the booster packs. That'll be coming out, and then we have a much larger release of Rise of the Duel Masters. That comes out in September, and that'll be found wherever TCGs are sold. So you'll be able to find those in the big stores as well as the hobby shops.
What's the plan so far for Gen Con?
Gen Con, we're actually just been going and doing some small demos. Comic-Con was our big presence where we have the booth and we're bringing the brand out. It's the big launch. Comic-Con is going to be a little smaller. We're going to be in the kids zone section where we'll be doing some demos and giving away some booster packs and giving away some of the posters and the masks that we'll be doing. The first organized play will be coming out this fall. We have a league that we have announced. We're really excited about that. Obviously, Wizards of the Coast, we pioneered organized play. We believe we're the leaders in organized play. And we're going to be bringing all of that strength, all of that experience to this brand, fantastic brand.
So we have things like Friday Night Magic. What's Kaijudo going to be?
So right now, as I mentioned, we have the Kaijudo League that'll be starting in September. That's going to be the first of the organized play programs. We have other organized play programs in the planning stages that we're not ready to announce yet. But obviously, you've seen some of our other past successes on other brands, such as Friday Night Magic, and of course, we know how to run championships for that. We also know how to run much larger experiences that can be very inclusive and bring a lot of fans at all different skill levels together to be able to give them a really great experience.
Looking at another product from Hasbro, My Little Pony.
Yep, okay.
Is there a card game or anything in the works for that?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to announce anything that's planned that we haven't officially announced.
Okay, we're looking at your eyes, so we can maybe read something into it for all the bronies and stuff. It's a same company, same parent company, so Hasbro would be in a good position to do it.
It sounds like you would be very interested. That's great feedback.
Okay, so looking around the booth, we just see people playing.
Yep, right here we actually have photos with a creature where it's all done in the camera, and which is great because we don't have the green screen. So you actually come in, you can take your photo with either with either Gargle or Bob or Squeaky, and you take that and email it to yourself. Over here we have our website where we're showing the battle game, the TCGO, and for those who are really looking for jumping into the deep end, we have the excellent TCG back here and some of the TCGs that are on the wall.
Okay, and what's going back to the game itself? What's your faction that you like to play, or what kind of decks have you come up with for yourself?
I like to play with all the civilizations. I mean, I know that's kind of a non-answer. So I mean, my favorites are bringing out some of the main characters of the game. Anytime you can, it's that emotional connection. I love bringing out Bob. Anytime I get to go Tetsurian the Unchained, it doesn't make a difference even if I'm playing Tetsurian the Unchained or a Chain Lash Tetsurian. Any of those guys, I'm always copying Ray or Reef Prince Glurgle. I love doing the summoning that you get. So really, it's the stuff that I see on TV that I love to be able to play.
Do you have children yourself and you watch the program maybe?
Yep, I have a 5.5-year-old daughter. She's hilarious because she goes back and forth of who's her favorite character at any one time. Sometimes she'll just love Squeaky, sometimes she loves Bob, but she runs around and she does the kata Tetsurian the Unchained quite often. Just last week she drew some new cards that she wanted to have made, so I brought him into R&D and said, okay, I don't know if you can make this, but here's some cards that she was interested in.
Okay, and going back to Duel Masters, I was just playing, I demoed the game the other day. Someone said, oh, this one just costs 1 mana less than the Duel Masters version. So there's all this past material to draw from.
Yep.
In terms of the TV show, will the card game be influencing the TV show, or is the TV show influencing the card game?
That's a fantastic question. And we have such a wonderful relationship with the Hasbro studios. We speak with them multiple times a week. So So when you talk about who's influencing who, it's actually a team effort. Both of them are influencing each other. Now, we're actually working on season 2 right now. I know that the vocal talent has been tweeting about how excited they are to get back in the studio. We've been reading scripts for season 2, but obviously through season 1 and season 2, we're talking back and forth. We're seeing sketches for what's going to go in the show. We're making sure that the card game is syncing up with that. We're asking the studio, saying this is really important. We feel that this is what the card series are going to be like, card sets are going to be like, and we want to make sure that the series is kind of supporting that as well. So there's going to be a really strong tie between the two, where none of this disconnect, where they feel like they're two separate products. I like to call the TCG kind of the expanded universe of Kaijudo. So if you're familiar with the TV show, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff. You're going to see quotes from the TV show. You're going to be able to emulate what you see on that. But if you want to go a little bit further, you'll be able to find that in the TV show. So we are very happy with that relationship that we have with the studio. They're just wonderful folks down there, and as I said, talking to them every week and making sure that we're bringing an offering together, something that's not disconnected, but something that's really tight.
Now, I may have missed this in the toy aisle of like a Target or a Toys R Us, but does Kaijudo have a presence there?
As I said, that Kaijudo is going to be in those big box stores of Walmart, Target, Toys R Us in September. That's when our Rise of the Duel Masters.
With the card game, what about for toys?
We are part of Hasbro, but I can't officially announce anything at this time, but I can say that there is a lot of conversations, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that in the future.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.